Nobody studies male loneliness because nobody cares about male loneliness. I asked men one question. What do women not understand about you? 10,000 of them answered, saying things that they would never say out loud. Not because the truths weren't real, but because the last time they said them out loud, they got called bitter, broken, misogynistic, or dangerous. Instead, I'm gonna say them, because underneath all of these truths is the same feeling. We are exhausted. Truth number one, we've been rejected so many times, it stopped being an event and started becoming an identity. Now, I don't think women actually understand the volume of rejection that men deal with. Across approaches, dating apps, social situations, in professional contexts, it's mathematically unlike anything most women will ever experience. Men who have actively dated through their 20s and 30s have absorbed so much rejection that it starts to restructure how they see themselves. It's no longer something that just happened to happen to them. It becomes the baseline, the expectation, the starting point from which every interaction proceeds or ends. So the coldness that women tend to read as disinterest, the hesitation that they read into as men not being interested, it's not indifference or disinterest. It's calibration built from years of data. Truth number two, we rehearse being told no before we ever approach you, even the confident ones. This is something that I think women rarely ever consider. Approach anxiety is not just a shy guy problem. Every man who's ever initiated with somebody that they were interested in, they did the math first. What is the social cost if people see this go badly? What is the professional cost if there's an audience? And what is the emotional cost of absorbing that rejection and then continuing to function? He ran all of that and then chose to walk over there anyway. That's not just confidence in the conventional sense. That's discipline, and it's almost never acknowledged. Truth number three, dating apps are not dating tools for men. Instead, they're rejection engines. And of course, I'm gonna back this up with some data because the numbers here get pretty wild. Men tend to get one match per 40 swipes on average. In women, well, they get one per two. That's not a small gap. And men who spend years inside that system are not coming out bitter because of one individual woman. Instead, they're coming out with a number that the market has given them about their own worth. And that number is very low, and they've likely internalized it. Truth number four, the curated, perfect, polished profile image that you've created for yourself, that's not the version that they meet. And the gap between those two things costs you much more than you know. Again, dating apps reward optimization. The best photo, the best angle, the best version of quite literally everything. But men are not naive about this. They are recalibrating this potential outcome, atrocity maybe, in real time. They understand that the version on the app is the sales pitch, and the version at the table is the product. And the wider that gap becomes, the more men leave the first date already accepting that there won't be a second one. And again, it's not because you're not beautiful, probably are, but that trust that you need to move forward was already spent before you sat down at the table. Truth number five, height is one of the first filters that women run. And most men, they don't feel rejected, they feel invisible. Dating app data shows that women set parameters around male height that eliminates more than 80% of men in the United States who are under 6 feet tall. And what men are asking women to understand here is not that they deserve dates just because they exist. It's that this filter is being applied at the level of personhood. The men on the other side of this know exactly what it feels like to walk into a room and not be registered at all. Not rejected, just completely unseen. And once this set of circumstances becomes a man's normal reality, he stops reacting emotionally. He starts watching carefully, and he notices much more than women ever realize. Now, there's a whole category of male observation that almost never gets named out loud. Not what they find attractive, but what they find off-putting. These are things that they file quietly without saying a word in real time. Truth number six, we rank you based on how you treat waitresses. Always have, always will. The way a woman treats service staff, waitresses, baristas, the person at the front desk, is read by men as a direct preview of how she will treat people that she sees as beneath her. It's a very simple question. How does she behave when she's the one who has a little bit more power in this situation? And men have learned that this tells a lot more about a woman's long-term character than any series of questions on a first date could. And while they're running this test almost every single time they go out, most women have no idea the test even exists. Truth number seven, and this is a little bit more specificity around truth number six. We rate your character based on how you treat people that can do nothing for you. The intern, not the boss. The person clearing the table, not the person that allowed you in the back door. How a woman treats people that can do absolutely nothing for her is one of the cleanest character signals available. The woman who is delightful to the person running the room and dismissive to the person who's cleaning it, while she's communicating exactly who she is. And the men who are paying attention to long-term outcomes, they're weighing that heavily. And this is the part that most women miss. Men are not just simply reacting to what you say or how you look. They're building a picture of who you actually are when you believe nobody's watching. And they are always paying attention. Truth number eight.